Okay, welcome to week 3 of Church History 2, and we are moving along. I hope you're doing well, and I want to remind you again to be working on your research paper. Select your topic, get your bibliography into me, and I will work with you on any adjustments in that you want to pursue, but you need to be working on that, and that'll help you if you'll go ahead and begin moving on that if you haven't already done so. This week we're looking at two parallel streams, the most important of which would be called revival, and the rise of revival and revivalism in the person of John Wesley and George Whitefield and the Great Awakening and Jonathan Edwards is truly exciting, and we'll talk about that in just a few moments. But the other is the mirror, just opposite of this, which would be the rise of reason and the age of reason. So two things, the age of revival and the age of reason. Let's talk about reason for a moment. Beginning with the Renaissance and then the Enlightenment, there was a knee-jerk reaction against what we would call Christendom. Now, we haven't talked a whole lot about that, but it's all the way through the study, there's been this idea of Christendom. What is Christendom? I want you to get clear about this. Christendom is not the totality of the people of God. That would be Christianity or the invisible church. Christendom is the welding together of church and state to the point that you have something like Christianity and kingdom, and they're welded together to make a church-state environment in which to be a part or a citizen of a particular culture or nation-state is to be a part of a certain religious environment, Christendom. And Christendom is the nature of the church from the time of Constantine until the breaking of that, which began at the Protestant Reformation. It didn't really end then because it wasn't until the American experiment and denominationalism that the welding together of church and state took place. Now, when we talk about the age of reason, there's secularism and secularization and things of that sort that took place, and it's very, very philosophical. It's somewhat barren. It's not exciting and inspiring to study what Voltaire did and what Rousseau did and the Enlightenment philosophers. It's vitally important for you to understand it because it is, in essence, a knee-jerk reaction against forced religion. It's a knee-jerk reaction against the idea that to be a German is to be a Lutheran, to be an Italian is to be Catholic, and to be a part of English culture is to be a member of the Church of England. That would be Christendom. And they reacted against that and said you cannot legislate morality. Well, that battle is still going on today. It's important for you to understand the philosophical underpinnings of what we're talking about in the age of reason because it is a reaction to excesses of church history. And so we need to understand that, and you will not understand what's going on in our culture today until you understand what was going on then. And it was because the mistakes of Constantine revisit us today. So I commend to you the study of the age of reason, not because it's edifying, but because it's important for us to understand what then took place, and it's further taking place in the Enlightenment. It was philosophical, deistic, that developed into the atheistic environments in which Charles Darwin, Sigmund Freud, Marx, Lenin, and the others hit during the 19th century, and here we are today. So it's important for us to understand that because it's a battle of ideas, and we stand for the kingdom of God, but that does not mean that society should be a part of what we would call Christendom, but rather a part of true Christianity. God bless you.